Here comes my latest purchase, and again it is a 2013 Nissan Micra. This time it's the active variant, it's not the normal Nissan Micra. So you can see the front grille is the older shape, but nonetheless you still have blackened headlights. The rest of the color design has been done by the previous owner, and that's not what I have done, like the the red paint that he's put. That's all paint, it's not sticker. I actually thought it was a sticker, but it's actually a paint. So whoever owned this car actually did spend a little bit of money on customizing it upon his liking, according to his liking. So I think the previous guy who owned this car was a doctor, and this being the Nissan Micra Active, you can see there's a small badge missing over there at the back which I need to fix. The tires are the same 2013 tires that are the original tires that came in the car. So it's one big advantage about a car is if it comes with the original tires and it's done only about 49,000 kilometers, you can be kind of sure that it is genuine kilometers, because you wouldn't be able to drive a car more than 50,000 kilometers on a set of tires that are almost 10 years old. So these set of tires are 2013 models, which we need to upgrade soon. Looking on the inside, it's a very basic car. You got your power steering, power windows, central locking. The previous owners put a touchscreen system. He's put some underbody lights, under dashboard lights. Very dark tints, which we need to think about. Probably we need to remove that. The car came all messed up like this. He forgot to take all his checkbooks and other papers, which probably we need to destroy. So all in all, this is a very basic car, a very decent car, and a very good looking car. So I have some work to be done on this vehicle. Look at the top. This is a paint finish. The paint finish is actually good. He's given a dual tone treatment for a car that probably didn't have dual tone at that time. These are blackened out rear lights, which I think are actually illegal in the city. I think I need to remove that, but it still looks good on the car. The boot space, pretty good boot space. The interior is neat and clean. There's nothing falling apart. There's no work I need to do. The spare tire again is a 2013 model, so obviously, but still it's a spare tire, so I don't need to actually do that. Maybe the person who buys it can probably invest in getting alloys or something and probably change all the tires. So let's start the vehicle now. The first thing, the one problem I had with this car, the first thing I saw was the check engine light was on. So even though I start the car, the check engine light stays on. So I had to figure out what the issue is, and as we go through this video, I will show you what was actually wrong with this vehicle. There was nothing wrong, the vehicle was driving pretty well, but sometimes the check engine light comes on. It could be something very minor, as in this case it was a very minor sensor issue, which was sorted off at about 3,500 rupees. So this is a very basic system. I don't think it's a Pioneer, it's a very basic system. I was just trying to mute it so that I don't get copyrighted. AC works brilliantly in this car. The dark tints make it even better. And so this is how the just general view of the vehicle, and you can see the check engine light is still on. Here we are trying to figure out what is wrong with the vehicle. You can see the OBD scanner has been attached to the vehicle, and we're gonna start the car and see what the scanner throws up, what are the errors. So finally, I think there were two errors that threw up. They are the two. One was a sensor error, and so what I noticed was the speedometer of this vehicle wasn't working when we were driving. So that was the major cause for the check engine light. But the kilometers were, the number of kilometers were increasing, but the vehicle speed wasn't being shown. So that was one issue. Now you can see, I'm just showing you the engine bay, how it's pretty dirty. It needs to be cleaned. The cars come all the way from Salem in a container, so you can understand we're sitting in a yard and stuff. So the scanning for the Micra was done at High Tech Car Jewels in Mahalingapuram near Kodambakkam. While I was inspecting the Nissan Micra's engine bay, I realized that the upper cladding on the wheel is missing on the left side, or the right side rather. So you can see over here the road, you can see the tires exposed, which should not be the case, because all the road noise and the mud can come into the engine bay. On this side you can see it is perfectly fine. So that is what I need to add. So that is going to cost me about, again, 650 to 700 bucks, which is not very much, and which is very necessary to have in any vehicle. So all in all, this is the OBD scanner that has been attached to the car, and through which I got the reading that the vehicle speed sensor and the control unit need to be changed. So the next day we decided to take the Micra out for getting its tires changed, and we realized that the tires were pretty bad, and if I had to do all the 4 new tires, it would probably hit my profit margin very badly, and of course there's no point doing business without a little bit of incentive. So I decided to change the front 2 tires, and here I am in Ambattur. I've come to change the 2 tires, the front 2 tires rather. Whenever you get a chance to see the underbody, go have a look. Take your phone, go record and see how the underbody looks. It's very important. Like over here you can see it looks like rust, but actually that's all mud. So this can be washed out, and I hope there's no rust underneath all that, and if there is, then I'll have to spend a little bit money to get that done. So just checking out the underbody, suspension seems good, no damages over here. The lower cross member seems fine, and this is how the brake system looks like. So there's a lot of dirt. I think there's a lot of slush this car has been driven on, which is stuck onto it, so it needs a good water wash. The back wheel raised up, jacked up, looks pretty decent. Everything seems to be in place. So all in all, I've come here, VS Enterprises in Ambattur, to change my front 2 tires, get the tires balanced and aligned, and take the car home. So the wheels are fit, and now we're going off for alignment, and you can see how the alignment is being done. So after finishing the alignment, while we were driving back home, we realized a peculiar noise coming from the car. We thought the noise was coming from the back, but in fact when we got down, we actually felt the noise coming from the front. Here in this video, this clip you can see I'm trying to figure out what is wrong with the car and where the noise is coming from. I first thought it was the belt that was making the noise, because that's usually the first suspect for this kind of noise. So as I was going towards the right, I couldn't capture it in this clip, but you can hear me saying
compressor fan noise.
So that is what the issue I felt over here. The funny part is, this issue didn't come for the next, say, about a day, because I drove the car for about 40 kilometers after that, and the noise didn't come. Then again the next day, while I was taking out the car, the noise crept up again, and we still were unable to figure out what it was until I got it on video. Can you see the irregular movement of the fan? So that is what is causing. Can you see that? So that's what is causing this noise. I literally had to wait for 20 minutes again. So totally 40 minutes. Only when the engine gets very hot, this comes. A problem that just cropped up. I put it into gear, it's in first gear, and my gear lever can move all the way to third and fifth. I put it into second, it can still move to the reverse. So technically speaking, I don't know which gear I'm in. So this is the first, this is the second, and it comes down to the third. Okay, we go to third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. No, sorry, that is reverse. See how confusing it can get. So this is the first, second, third, fourth, and your fifth gear. Fifth gear doesn't seem, I don't think the fifth gear is engaging. So let's figure out what this is a very small issue, and I think this should be sorted out pretty easily. So I put the car in first gear. It moves. Now if I have to put it in the reverse gear, it is moving front. It is not, reverse gear is not engaging. So still engaging in the fourth. So this is the first, second. So and there you can hear the noise is already started again. So let's go see how the noise is. This usually happens when the engine is heated up. So wait for some time, automatically the sound goes off. So this is, I guess, when the fan is running at a higher RPM is when the sound kicks in. So I guess the bearing has to be changed. See, the sound has stopped automatically. So this seems to be a very minor issue, but we need to probably end up spending about 2,000 on it. But it's something we need to do, and that needs to get done. So overall, this car is now going to go for service. So I'm going to get the bearing done. I'm going to get so the AC bearing gets done. I need a beading over here. I need to put a beading over here. Then I need to do the dicky shocks. Now the main thing I need to do is the gearbox. So not the gearbox, the gear lever rather. This has to slot into the reverse gear, which is not happening. Could be a small clip or something, a rubber bush or something over here, which is not going to be very major. So that has to be done. Then I guess internal electricals, all that is fine. We got the check engine light repaired. So all in all, லாக் பண்ணி விட்டுட்டேன். இங்கே தான் அந்த இப்போ இங்கே ஃபேன் பார்த்தா வந்து ஷேக் இருக்கு. ஷேக் இருக்கு. அதான் அதுக்கு இது சம்மந்தம் கிடையாது. அப்படிங்களா? இந்த சவுண்டுக்கா? ஃபேன் சவுண்ட் ஃபேன் ஸ்பீட் இஸ் ஸ்லோ ஆனதான். கரெக்ட். ரொம்ப ஹீட் ஆயிடுச்சுன்னா அப்போ ஸ்டார்ட் ஆகுது. So unstart. Two studs, rear bumper has to be fixed. Then on the fix panel, radiator, and what else?